3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Hello there, welcome to another episode of We Talk, your go-to community stories and events around the country. I'm Aurelia Afrikaner and I'm very much thrilled to be with you guys today. We have fantastic things lined up for you, but as we normally start our show, we start with Talk of the Town. So do stay tuned as we take a quick trip to the marketplace and then we go right into Talk of the Town. Do stay tuned.
We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with entertainment.
Everything was happening during this past weekend.
Yes.
Exciting news.
Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country.
Get ready for an exhilarating journey into the heart of Namibian schools with Generation C. Our show is all about celebrating Gen C, where every learner's voice is heard loud and clear. Picture this. Each school taking part in the My Zone School project gets their very own dynamic 26-minute spotlight show packed with passion, talent, and undeniable spirit of the Namibian youth. But wait, there's more. You can catch all the actions and inspiration on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 every Thursday at 5 p.m. We are also on social media platforms at 2 p.m. So set your reminders and gather your friends and family for an unforgettable viewing experience. Dive into My Zone socials for an exclusive behind-the-scenes content, interviews, and more starting at 2 p.m. It's your chance to connect with the incredible individuals shaping the future of Namibia's education landscape. Don't miss out on the energy, the passion, and the unstoppable spirit of Generation C. Tune in, join the conversation, and be part of something truly special.
Okanya residents held a peaceful demonstration to the Okanya municipality demanding proper sanitation, infrastructure updates, and equal land distribution in informal settlements, rallying under the slogan, "No land, no vote." The residents expressed strong dissatisfaction with the current leadership of the town. They are calling for the removal of the current mayor and the CEO of Okanya municipality. The residents claim that both officials are not originally from Okanya and are in demand that the CEO returns to Omaruru and the mayor to Marintau. The informal settlement in Okanya have announced that no political rallies will be permitted in their area unless the mayor or the CEO of Okanya municipality and the councillors of Okanya municipality address and implement the changes they are demanding. This decision reflects on the community's growing frustration.
We want to see Benson. We want to see Brandman. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Kami kami. Kan bayar udah selesai. Sudah merda biar udah selesai. Benson dari siapkan. Untuk berjalan dari sini lagi. Benson and Brandman. Benson and Brandman. We are studying. Go alone. We are tired of this municipality. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
We are still struggling with this.
Where is our food? You are stealing.
Yeah?
We are eating our food.
Yeah, you can't tell us from Satya that you have food in the family.
Where is our food?
No toilet, no food.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. This is our land. We don't have water. We don't have a land.
You must go back to Omaruru. Even
We don't have water. We don't have a land. We want land. We want land. We want land. We want land. No land. No water. No electricity.
The Deputy Minister of Mines and Energy, Cornelia Shilunga, shares that 12 million has been allocated for the electrification of houses in the Erongo region. She made these remarks in Karibib over the weekend.
What we are saying in the case of USAB is that the contractor is already on site. The groundbreaking is already done. And in collaboration with Nabahab Mine, which has contributed 3 million Namibian dollars, 138 households are also going to be electrified in Lusap. When it comes now to Erongo region as a whole, we have allocated 12 million Namibian dollars. There was a request that 3 areas to be identified so that they can be electrified with the allocated amount. Of course, the USAP I have mentioned, 4 million Namibian dollars is allocated. There is another 4 million that is reserved for a locality called Samstan in Usakos. And another 4 million allocated for a locality called Omdel in Hendis Bay. And that is all going to happen with the collaboration between the ministry and Erongo Red.
Namibian musician King TD launched the Work of Education campaign in Windhoek. The campaign is scheduled for the 20th to the 21st of September. This initiative aims to raise awareness and support for educational opportunities. This was endorsed by the Minister of Education. King TD would walk about 70 kilometers from Okahanya to Windhoek, highlighting the dedication needed for education. The walk would also seek to raise funds for constructing classrooms at a school yet to be identified.
I want you to be thinking too much of music. I want you to concentrate on your future. Spend less time on social media. Like the song Move saying, stay away from those that influencing you negatively, drugs and all that. Whether it's driving a nice car, you drive yours one day, a bigger one, even the latest version. Otherwise, the message is clear. I'm going to walk 70 kilometers from Okahanja to Windhoek. That's going to take 2 days, from the 20th to the 21st of September. So I'll walk half a kilos and sleep in the middle of the road. We have a good, whoever that one camp with us, you can camp, you can buy space there, camp, all that money that we're raising there. If you want to buy, can buy t-shirts, or whatever we're buying there, all that money is going to go to the needy, to the schools that we will either build or either renovate, depending on how much we've raised. If we raise more money, we can do more. And let's push the event. And we've got some finger food there. Whoever that came in hungry must even go first so that it doesn't finish. We didn't want to spend more on food and all that because we need to save for the project that we are doing. With all that said, I just want to say thank you all for coming, and we'll see you again next year, the other year. Thank you very much.
During a media brief last week, Windhoek Mayor Queen Kamati and CEO Moses Matai addressed key issues concerning informal trading within the city. The Municipality Council has decided to identify 20 sites across Windhoek to establish designated markets for informal traders. This initiative is part of the city's broader strategies to support local vendors while ensuring well-organized and safe trading environments.
We are therefore alive to the understanding that the city must ensure a conducive environment for all our stakeholders and residents, which must be orderly at all times. Informal trading regulations, ladies and gentlemen, dear residents, the informal trading sector is one of the fastest growing sectors in the city, and such is needed to be properly managed to avoid conflicts between informal trading activities, the informal sector and the formal sector and the physical environment. To achieve this, the Municipal Council of Windhoek has formulated the Informal Trading Regulations under Section 94, subsection 1 of the Local Authorities Act 1992 as amended. These regulations were first gazetted in 1999 and reviewed in 2007. Currently, we are undergoing another review jointly funded with the Frederick Ebert Stinkfoot Namibia, that is FES. During this review, consultations will be held with traders, representative organizations like Namibia Informal Sector Organization, and other key stakeholders such as the Chambers of Commerce and other service industries. Informal Markets Development Program. The Municipal Council of Windhoek has initiated an open market development program across different suburbs to provide suitable and safe trading areas for both traders and the community. This program aims to provide necessary physical infrastructure and support services to enhance socio-cultural and economic development. Additionally, strategically located sites have been identified for food trucks and other businesses activities, creating more employment and income generating opportunities.
In this segment of wedding traditions, we will look what weddings were like in the 1920s. It was an era of change and celebration, and weddings reflected that vibrant spirit. So let's dive into the details. In the 1920s, weddings were a blend of tradition, and the decade saw a shift from the grand Victorian weddings to more intimate and stylish affairs. For example, the wedding dress was a central element. Brides often wore gowns with dropped waists, loose silhouettes, and intricate beadwork. The 1920s bridal gown was inspired by the flapper style. It featured shorter hemlines, sometimes just below the knee, and was often embellished with pearls and lace. The veil was long and flowing, often extending beyond the train of the dress. The groom's attire was equally stylish. Suits became more fitted, and it was common to see grooms wearing tuxedos with tails and top hats. Grooms of the 1920s often opted for black or dark-colored suits. The tuxedo with a white bow tie and a boutonniere was a popular choice, adding a touch of elegance to the occasion. Now, what about the ceremony and the reception? Churches were still the preferred venue, but more and more couples began to hold ceremonies in their gardens of their family homes. The ceremonies were often brief, followed by a reception filled with music and dancing. Jazz bands were a big hit, bringing lively tunes to the celebration. Now, no wedding is a wedding without cake, and the wedding cake was another highlight. Multi-tiered cakes decorated with flowers and intricate designs were a must-have. Cakes in the 1920s were elaborate. They were covered in fondant or buttercream, and sugar flowers were a popular decoration. The cutting of the cake was a significant moment, symbolizing the couple's first shared task. Now, let's not forget about the transportation. Couples often left the ceremony in style, riding in luxury cars or even horse-drawn carriages. The getaway car was usually decorated with ribbons, flowers, and a just married sign, often with tin cans tied to the bumper, creating a festive noise as the couple drove away. Now, as you can see, weddings in the 1920s were truly a blend of elegance and fun. They reflected the changing times and a new sense of freedom and joy.
There you had it. So for our next segment, we'll listen to two ladies explain more or tell us more about what they do for the children in the Korean Cup community. They do have a daycare, they have pre-primary, and they have a soup kitchen where they feed over 1,000 children every day from Monday to Friday. So let's do have a look at what they have to tell us. We can start.
It's easy to talk when you're passionate about it.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Hi, how are you?
Hi, good morning. I'm doing well.
Would you please introduce yourself to us?
Yes. My name is Monica Imanga, and I'm the founder of Home of Good Hope. Yes.
Thank you. Would you mind telling us a bit about the history of Home of Good Hope?
Yes. Home of Good Hope, we started 2007 with Home of Good Hope. That's when my daughter passed away in 2007 due to HIV and AIDS. And then after that, I said to myself, let me give back to the community, especially to the needy children. But before that, I was a manager at the Rivendell Guest House. So I quitted my job and then I started with Home of Good Hope.
Okay.
Yes.
May I ask how old your daughter was?
Yeah, she was only 16 years old. You know, after her passing, then I left my job, as I said. So with the money that I had, so that's how I started with Home of Good Hope. And when I started with 45 children.
Okay.
Yes.
How many do we have today?
Today we have 1,200 on a daily basis from Monday to Friday.
Okay.
Yes.
So the entire week.
That's right.
And the venue here, I don't think is big enough to fit all of those kids at once. Would you maybe tell us about the logistics of that?
Yeah, not at all. The venue is very small, as you can see for yourself. In the mornings, actually, the place that we are in right now, it also serves as a classroom for me in the mornings. Yeah, but then around 10:30, that's when the food arrives, and then we have to go out, and then, singing worship songs, and then praying, and then start dishing the food. So most of the children, not most of, some of them, due to COVID since that time, they come with their own plates. So we dish in their plates, but most of them just come and sit, and it's long queues outside. So once the ones are finished, and then they go out, make space for the others. So that's our daily routine.
Okay, and
Yes.
the classes you have here, the teaching,
Yes.
more or less what type of, because it's quite young kids that you have here.
Actually, it's from the age of, we are catering for children from baby, up to the age of 16.
Okay, so
Yeah.
quite a big age.
Exactly. It was even more than that, but due to COVID finances and so on, so then we had to cut the high school children. So yeah, that's it, yes.
How does this project get funded?
Yes, we do get funds from the Netherlands and from Germany, and from our locals. We have Namib Mills that is also supporting us, and then the Emmanuel Church. On a weekly basis, every Wednesday, they are supporting us.
Okay.
Yes.
And is this just financial support, or what type of other support do you get as well?
No, Emmanuel, they do give us food and some meat bones as well. So financial wise, it's only from the Netherlands and from Germany. And it's never enough since the number is like growing on a daily basis. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Could you maybe, in the press release, I read about the prizes of the event.
Yes.
Could you maybe tell us a bit about that?
Yes, we have a wonderful prize. The first prize is 6,000 Rand voucher from Gondwana Collections for a stay in one of their facilities. And then the second prize is a safari hat worth over 1,000 Rand from Safari Land that was donated. And then the third prize is colouring in books. Welcome to Namibia, and they are a journey through Namibia, colouring in. And they were designed by Melody Footer, and her daughter took over from when she passed away. So we've got some lovely prizes there.
Okay, how could people help support this project?
Well, first of all, they could start by entering our competition, and for that, if you go onto our website, it's homeofgoodhopenam.org. Then you can see the fundraiser is there, and for every donation of $100, you get entered into the draw for the first prize. Every donation of $50, you entered into the draw for the safari hat, second prize, and then for donations of $20, then you enter in for the colouring in book. And then secondly, what we are really looking for is people to look into their hearts and say, look, I can donate maybe $20 a month. And then I then have a stop order, $20 a month. But then when you add all those $20 or whatever, however much people feel they can supply, that's what we're aiming for in the long term. Then we know that our rent is covered. If for any reason the Netherlands stops funding or whatever, then at least we know our rent is covered, the rent of the kitchen, and our real basics are covered.
And as we head into the weekend, let's have a look at our virtual segment where we will give you a lockdown of events, and not any events, but the coolest events happening around the country. So do have a look.
Ek is Zoe Karsten, die aanbieder van Blitsfokus. Jy kan Blitsfokus kyk elke Woensdag op DStv kanaal 285 of GoTV kanaal 25. En onthou, jy kan ook Blitsfokus kyk op oneup2.com.
Welcome to the weekend, and there's lots lined up. As from 3 p.m. on Friday, you can gather at the Doc Jabberfields in Windhoek for a performance by South Africa's Mapikizolo. At 6, the Tanidare Parish presents the Magaisa Gospel Show with live performances by a variety of stars, while at 7, the Anshanvilla Dance Academy presents Alice in Wonderland in the National Theatre, with second performances on Saturday at 10 and at 7 p.m. Also at 7 on Friday, South Africa's Jennifer Zamudio performs live at Two Oceans in Walvis Bay, while in Windhoek, this month's edition of Acoustic Friday features Alex.Andrea and the Yesterday at the Franco-Namibian Cultural Centre. On Saturday at 10, the 2024 edition of Kuska, the Swakop Carnival, kicks off with the traditional Naranveka in Sam Nujoma Avenue. And at 12, Women Who Care host Cup for Cancer, supporting the Cancer Association of Namibia at the Protea Hotel in the capital. At 6, the Next Gen Youth Worship Festival for high school youth takes place in the underground parking at the Grove Mall between Wimpy and OTB. And at 6:30, the RMB NNSO's Concerto Festival takes place at the DHPS Hall with a second show on Sunday at the same time. If you haven't done so yet, you can view the exhibition The Fish That Sees Its Water Is Getting Shallow Cannot Be Stranded at the Franco-Namibian Cultural Centre until the 22nd, while Women in the Past, a collection of sculptures, can be viewed at the Namibian Arts Association until the 23rd. Christmas in July continues at the Umba Gallery of the Namibia Craft Centre until the 31st, while artist Barbara Bilker's latest exhibition, The Time Between, can be viewed at the Project Room until September 7th. Enjoy!
And that's a wrap for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys had fun and that you have learned a lot that's happening in and around the communities. So please don't forget to tune in next Thursday, same time, same place. But from me, Aurelia Afrikaner. See you next time.
3, 2, 1.